Cradled by majestic mountains, blessed in nature's flowing fountains, blooming flowers and verdant hills, is a region of murmuring rills. Here to freedom-loving people, strong or bond, it's hard to topple. For freedom we rise and fight, our priceless ancestral birthright. Cordillera, region of wonder, hail, beloved land, your name we shall not fail. Honor and fame to you will strive to bring. Your glory one we shall forever sing. Neath the skies the race may gather, angry clouds, but the sun shines forever fair as we climb up the golden stair. Dreams of peace, of oneness and progress, cherished goals, our region presses, striving to build a brighter dawn for our children to call their own. Cordillera, region of wonder, hail, beloved land, your name we shall not fail. Honor and fame to you strive to bring. Your glory one we shall forever sing.
Okay, so thank you so much, Ma'am Elizabeth. Now, before we start with our kumustahan this morning, we would like to start first with the checking of attendance. So, to start, we would like to acknowledge, of course, the presence of the CID Chief of SDO Abra, Ma'am Hedwig Belmes. Good morning po, Ma'am. Hello, Ma'am
Morning.
Hedwig. Good morning po. And of course,
Yes,
together with the...
good morning. Good morning.
Okay po, Ma'am. Okay, so together with Ma'am Hedwig are the different education program supervisors of SDO Abra as well. No? So we would like also to acknowledge Ma'am Annalyn Atmosfera. Ma'am Annalyn.
Yeah, PSDS in charge of MTBMLE.
Hello, sir. Good
Okay.
morning po.
Good morning po, Ma'am. And also Sir Emmanuel Bugtong. Good morning
In
po,
charge of,
Sir Emmanuel.
Hello,
in
sir.
charge of multi-grade.
Okay po. Okay. With us also is Ma'am Henrietta Bringas. Good morning po, Ma'am Henrietta.
Henrietta Bringas.
Good morning po. Okay, so siguro.
Naka-off. Naka-off.
Ito yan.
Hello, sir. Good morning. Ayaw sa mic ng cellphone.
Okay po, ma'am. Good morning po. And then, together also, we have also Ma'am Marlene Abawag.
Hello, sir. Good morning.
Good morning po, ma'am. And also, we have Sir Rodel Rifarial. Sir Rodel.
Morning, sir.
Good morning po, sir. And then, we have as well Sir Narciso Kanaway.
Hello, good morning, sir. Good morning.
Okay. Another, we have Sir Pedro Talingan. Sir Pedro.
Hello. Hello, sir. Sir, good morning. Good morning, sir.
And And we have also Sir Ronald Marquez.
Hello, sir. Mabuhay. Good morning.
Okay, good morning po, sir. And then, meron pa po ba akong hindi nabanggit po? Nakasama po natin.
Benjo Agaloos.
Ah, sir, sorry. Sir
Benjo
Benjo Agalo.
Agaloos.
Good morning po, sir. Naka-open pa
June
si sir. At
Aguyo.
saka si June Agulo.
Yes,
Sir, good
hello.
morning po. Okay po. And
Hello, good morning, Sir Brian.
good morning po. Okay, so good morning po sa ating lahat sa SDO Abra. Thank you for
And we have
joining us.
also one.
And
Yeah, we
yes,
have
ma'am.
Step also steps from
Okay, so Sir Noe ang answer. Okay. Good morning
Magayam.
po sa atin. Oo, Magayam, sir. Okay. So from the regional office, we have also our chief, Ma'am Carmel F. Meris. Unfortunately, she has a meeting with our regional director this morning. And we are also joined by Ma'am Annie Rose Kayasen, my partner for this morning to facilitate our kumustahan with you. And we are also glad because we are joined also by our colleagues from the Curriculum Learning Management Division, Ma'am Claire Pigangay, Ma'am Angie Apupot, Ma'am Thelma Dalayon, Sir Edgar Madlaing, and also Sir Patricio Dawaton. So in behalf of the regional office, we would like to say good morning to all of you. So the basis of our kumustahan for this morning is actually the regional memorandum 353. And I hope that you have all a copy of that because based on that regional memorandum, we have actually the agenda there, and of course the rationale of this kumustahan is to be able to assess our first 5 weeks of Q1 of this school year. And at the same time, at the end of the presentations, because based on this one, it is actually being suggested that each division office will also be given a 10-minute presentation, or it's up to you po kung ilang minutes po yung gagamitin niyo po, and there are several questions that are supposed to be answered on the presentation, no? or, or to be answered by the presentation, I should say. And that is in closure 1 of Regional Memorandum 353. And at the same time, from the regional office, we will also be updating, and probably the flow of our kumustahan will be the updates first from the regional office, and then afterwards, that will be the update from the division office of SDO Abra, and then afterwards we'll be having an open forum, and then uh, we will be having probably the agreement later on. Okay, so I think we are all ready. So from the regional office, we would like to give you first updates. It's not siguro an update, but just simply some reiterations on some important DepEd orders, and at the same time memorandum or memoranda from coming from the central office, which we would like also to share with you, so that at the end of the day, if there are some issues regarding or arising from all of these policies, then probably we are going to agree. So allow me first to share with you my presentation. I would like to know kung you see my presentation in your end. Nakikita po ba natin? Because I don't see you. I only see my presentation. Okay po. Okay, so we would like to give you updates
Yes,
on
yes, yes.
and the first one is the DepEd Order 32 Series 2020, and this has something to do with the guidelines on the engagement of services of learning support aids to reinforce the implementation of the basic education learning continuity plan. And probably we are going to capture very important provisions of this DepEd order. And we would like to highlight the job functions and nature of engagement of this learning support aids. And that is letter B, and then item 11 in our DepEd order. So the following job functions, duties, and responsibilities may be performed by learning support aids, depending on the needed support identified by the schools. So what are those? Letter A, assist in the production or reproduction of learning modules, activity sheets, and other instructional materials. So that's actually one. And then the second one, distribute to and retrieve from learners the supplementary activity sheets, remediation exercises, and enrichment activities prepared by the teachers. So letter C, monitor and track the learner's accomplishment of the tasks indicated in the weekly home learning plan following the time frame set by the teachers concerned as anchored on the self-learning modules. By the way, we would like also to know if we are actually using the weekly home learning plan, and there is actually a regional memorandum on the template and format that we are supposed to be using also, no? And this should have to be monitored as well by our learning support aides who will be helping our teachers in tracking our learners' accomplishments. And then letter D, clarify any difficulty or confusion that learners may encounter in the lesson or learning tasks and coordinate such concerns with the subject teacher or teachers concerned. No? And then another one, guide the learners and or parents or guardians in the observance of the prescribed protocols and requirements for implementing the DLD M or the modality employed by the respective school. Letter F, guide learners and or parents or guardians in establishing routines and procedures to manage time properly based on the weekly home learning plan prepared by the teacher. So that is actually one also of the functions of our LSA. So to establish routines. And the basis, of course, of this one is, of course, our weekly home learning plan. And remind the learners and or parents or guardians to follow the allotted time for learning tasks. Teacher consultation, exercise, hobbies, play, family bonding, and other activities indicated in the weekly home learning plan. So I hope that in the weekly home learning plan being disseminated to our learners, that these are actually captured. Not only the time schedule of the different learning areas, but also the consultation time, teacher consultation time, when they are supposed to be having break, the exercise, when are they supposed to be having the play, the family bonding, and so on. Another one, monitor and track the learner's accomplishment and timely submission of all task requirements for the portfolio for the subject areas. So that is also one of the responsibilities of our LSA. Most especially during, for example, typhoons. No? Pag halimbawa, nag-typhoon, nag-suspindi po sila. So the LSA should be making a point, no? Should make it a point that the different tasks are being accomplished by our learners. Another one, we have here, document and keep record of the learner's progress based on formative assessments and submit the same to the teachers for instructional decision. And then another one, help the teacher or teachers in determining the need for intervention strategies based on their observation and tracking of the learner's progress. And then communicate with and explain to the learners the learning tasks or activities indicated and identify intervention, remediation, or enrichment strategy prepared by the teacher or teachers concerned, and then provide answers and clarify any difficulty or confusion about the intervention strategies, and communicate such concern or concerns to the teacher or teachers concerned, especially when the learning support aid cannot address such a concern. And then coordinate and communicate with the parents and or guardians the periodic feedback of learners' progress prepared by the teacher or teachers. And then comply with laws, rules, and policies on the rights of children, their protection and education, including DepEd Order number 40, Series 2012, that is actually the DepEd Child Protection Policy, and applicable DepEd issuances to ensure that in the course of engagement, the learner shall at all times be protected against abuse, violence, exploitation, discrimination, and other forms of abuse. And another one, perform other tasks and functions related to the teaching and learning process as may be deemed necessary and or assigned by the school head. Next one, learning support aides shall be engaged under contract of service or job order. So, meaning to say, if you are going to hire learning support aides, so this is actually the status of their employment with the Department of Education. No? Shall be engaged under contract of service or job order, and it is subject also to Civil Service Commission policies and laws, Commission on Audit, and Department of Budget and Management Joint Circular Number 1, Series 2017, which is the rules and regulations governing contract of service and job orders workers in the government. As, of course, amended by Joint Circular Number 1, Series 2018, and other applicable policies and issuances, rules and regulations. And furthermore, the following guidelines shall be observed. So later on, if we are going to hire, but we would like also to know from SDO Abra to our chief, the CID, Ma'am Hedwig, if SDO Abra also hired the LSAs. No? The first one, they shall be engaged for a period of at least 6 months, no? But not to extend beyond the end of school year 2020-2021. So I hope that we know also when our school year will end so that we know also when the contract of our LSA will end. So I think that is the maximum period or number of months and days that our LSA will be hard. No? They shall receive remuneration or compensation for services rendered, an amount of which shall not be below the minimum daily wage rate set by the National Wages Productivity Commission per region. So, in other words, per region, we have a minimum wage, and actually that is the basis also of the wage that we are going to give to our LSA. So that is also the minimum wage. No? Letter C, consistent with item 7.4 of CSC, COA, and DBM. This is the Joint Circular Number 1, no? Series 2017. The services rendered by the learning support aides under contract of service and job order are not covered by civil service law and rules, thus do not entail provision of benefits granted to government employees such as leave, the pera, the rata, and 13-month pay. Okay. Letter D, they shall render 8 working hours a day for 5 days or a total of 40 hours a week, excluding time for lunch. Letter E, they shall work together and in collaboration with the teacher or teachers and may report directly to the teacher or teachers. Nonetheless, they shall be under the overall supervision of the school head, regardless, of course, the source of funds for their remuneration. So later on, we will be looking into where we are going to get actually funds for the wages of our LSAs. All administrative actions and decisions pertaining to contractual relations shall be exercised by the school division superintendent or the school head as designated by the SDS. The work arrangement shall be determined by the school head in consultation with the teacher or teachers and, of course, our learning support aid. The school shall adopt alternative strategies and remote modalities as may be appropriate to the profile and needs of our learners and the available resources and modalities to access to the learners and or households. And then letter G, attendance and performance monitoring shall be guided by the guidelines set forth in DepEd Order number 11, Series 2020 on the revised guidelines on alternative work arrangements in the Department of Education during the period of a state of national emergency due to COVID-19 pandemic. So in other words, they are also covered by the AWA. The prescribed individual daily log and accomplishment report attached as enclosure number 3 of the said department order shall be used for this purpose. Letter H, performance appraisal shall be done by the school head as a rater based on the self-assessment and the peer evaluation of the subject teacher or teachers, and using the existing individual performance review commitment or the IPCR form for teachers. The school head and the learning support aide shall discuss and agree on the individual key result areas, objectives, performance indicators based on the prescribed job functions indicated in this order. So in other words, to be able to appraise also the performance of the LSAs, the IPCRF form may also be used. However, that the school head and of course our LSA shall agree, no, shall discuss on the individual key result areas where or which one should be targeted. No? Okay. Another one, learning support aid shall observe the standards of professional and personal conduct in the discharge and execution of functions services in accordance with the Code of Conduct and Ethical Standards for Public Officials and Employees. And that is the Republic Act 6713, and adhere to DepEd orders, memoranda, and other issuances pertaining to learning support aids. So actually, this is not the DepEd order that we are presenting to you. The SDO shall determine the corresponding fund source. Ito po yung sinasabi ko po kanina as may be applicable, but of course subject to existing and availability of funds. So the first one, we have the Special Education Fund or the SEF, no? Subject to applicable guidelines and issuances on the use of SEF, no, from our LGU. The General Fund of the LGU, subject to the approval of the local chief executive and applicable rules and regulations on the use of the general fund. A memorandum of agreement may be executed between DepEd SDO and the LGU concerned as may be required or necessary. No? And SDO maintenance and other operating expenses can also be used, no, as a source for fund, no, to fund for the wages, no, for the hiring of our LSAs. School MOOE provided that all mandatory expenses, no, per DO numbers 8 and 29 series 2019 and DO number 15 series 2020 are prioritized. So we are going to prioritize first those mandatory expenses that are indicated in these DepEd orders before we can actually use, if there are certain amount remaining to be used for the hiring of our LSAs. And other programs of DepEd and other government and non-government organizations such as through Adapt a School program, subject to relevant laws and issuances. So these are actually our sources for the LSAs. And we would like to know later on if SDO Abra also hired LSAs, how many LSAs, and the like. And then another one which we would like to present to you, we have also the Office of the Undersecretary for Curriculum Instruction Memorandum number 2020-307. No? And this one is the suggested measures to foster academic ease during the COVID-19 pandemic. So we would like also to capture important provisions of this memorandum. No? And it says there, flexible learning offers learners rich learning choices from multiple dimensions of study, applies a learner-centered constructivist approach, which is indicated by a shift from the teacher taking learning responsibilities to the learner taking these responsibilities, and requires learners to be more skilled at self-regulation in terms of goal setting. So I think this is actually our goal, no, for our learners to do self-learning regulation, no? Self-monitoring, self-instruction, and self-reinforcement. In a flexible learning environment, teachers promote active learning by creating engaging and effective situations as stated by UNESCO 2020. Another important provisions to help reduce stress and anxiety, the following measures are highly recommended. So what are those? The first one, schools may determine activities contained in the self-learning modules or learning activity sheets for the first quarter, which may be declared as optional so that learners are enabled to focus only on the most essential activities while allowing the fast learners to perform additional tasks. So, parang ito yung part na mag-a-answer doon sa ating mga questions or queries before, wherein the content of our self-learning modules are so many, there are so many activities, and when we gave this self-learning modules to our learners, they were unable to finish because of time, no? And they cannot be able to answer all of those activities within 1 week. So for this to be answered, uh, the teacher is actually given the freedom, no, to use his or her professional judgment to identify the most essential activities, no, for the learners to answer. No? Examples, on pre-test or post-test with 6 or more items, learners may answer 5 items only. So, but these are, of course, suggestions only. No? The additional enrichment activities in the self-learning module may be for the fast learners. So, that's for example, in the self-learning modules, we actually identify the most essential activities, but there are those activities, no, na hindi siya sasagutan sana ng mga learners, but because there are fast learners, those activities, no, additional activities may be answered by these fast learners as enrichment activities. But we have actually, we would like also to share, no, because yesterday we had also a meeting as a as one division dito sa Curriculum and Learning Management Division, and we have actually agreed that these self-learning modules coming from the central office, siguro hindi ko naman pinapangunahan ng ating chief, no, sa pagsabi po sa inyo, pero we had actually a meeting na sinasabi po namin na we have agreed that before we will be uploading our self-learning modules na nanggaling po sa ating CO, ay kami po sa regional office na yung mga EPS in charge po per learning area ay mag-identify na po kami kung ano po yung most essential activities. Nang sa ganun ay pagka ni-upload ay ito na po yung ready to print na self-learning modules na ibibigay po sa mga schools at ibibigay sa ating mga learners. So we will be doing that before uploading. At yun po yung napag-agrihan po namin that we are going to share it with you para you are also guided. Kasi our LRM in charge sa SDO ay may access din sa ating mga self-learning modules from the central office. So sinasabi po namin ngayon na before i-print po natin yung mga self-learning modules ay may action po ang regional office na i-identify na po yung mga most essential activities para yun po yung uniform na maibibigay po sa lahat ng mga divisions dito sa CAR at yun po yung ma-i-preprint. Okay. Now, another example for key stage 1, for a grade level with one teacher in a section handling all the subjects like in grade 1, the teacher may consider interdisciplinary integration to moderate the activities to be accomplished. I believe when we had this orientation on assessment, we discussed on how we are going to do the integration of activities, meaning to say that there is one activity to be accomplished by the learner, but in that activity, the different subjects are already integrated. So activities from each of the learning areas are already integrated in that one activity. And of course, to be able to assess this one, we are going to make use of rubric. No, there is a rubric that we are going to use, but there are different criteria to be used by different learning areas. No, but of course, because we have different objectives targeting. No, in our or with respect to the different learning areas. Now, for key stages 2 to 3 and 4, for a grade level with several teachers handling the subjects in a section like in grade 7, the teachers may negotiate for interdisciplinary integration to moderate the activities to be accomplished across the self-learning modules or LAS, no? So if it's possible, no, that they can actually come together, our teachers from the high schools, from the secondary, from math siguro, sa science, and then they are going to collaborate on what activity they can actually give, no? Para yun lang yung ibibigay nila. Most especially for our summative assessments. I am referring to the summative assessments. No? Another item, additional learning activity sheets may be made available for the fast learners who need enrichment activities. For the succeeding quarters, learning tasks in the self-learning modules or other learning materials may be streamlined to ensure that learning development is manifested and that activities or exercises sufficiently cover or develop the learning competencies leading to mastery. So parang yun ang ating goal, no? So mastery of the learning competencies. Another one is schools should put a premium on the instructional management tasks of teachers in their workload or assignments. So an example that is given here, teachers should not be burdened on printing and distribution of modules. And I think the action of our central office is the hiring of our LSAs, no, to help also in the printing and distribution of modules. No? Because teachers should have to do instructional management, no, tasks. Support the mental health and socio-emotional well-being of teachers, students, and their parents or learning facilitators should be expanded by organizing group wellness sessions in the like. So we would like also to know if our schools, no, the different schools in SDO Abra are also providing support, no, to the mental health and socio-emotional well-being of our teachers, students, and parents. At the same time, also the learning facilitators. A time allotment for the completion or submission of activities, tasks of learners may be considered. And I would like also to share with you na I think parang napag-agrihan yata ng ating regional director with our SDSs and also the different chiefs of the functional divisions in the region na parang we will be giving 1 month for our learners to be able to accomplish all the activities. And the learners and home learning facilitators found to be experiencing difficulties shall be provided additional support by the teacher or learning support aides. And for the first 5 weeks, no, parang ang sinasabi natin doon sa assessment ay kung halimbawa after 5 weeks, dapat ay nakikita na natin yung mga learners who need learning support, no? At iyon po yung bibigyan po natin ng support to be given, of course, by our teachers and learning support aides. And we would like to reiterate or emphasize also today that DepEd has a new school year, 2020-2021, and we would like to update that for the first quarter, this is extended until December 12, 2020. So it started on October 5, and that will end on December 12, 2020. And then December 14 to 19, 2020 will be used for in-service training of our teachers. The second quarter will start on January 4 and it will end on February 27, 2021. Our third quarter will start on March 1 and then it will also end on April 24, 2021. And then the fourth quarter, it will start on April 26 and it ends on June 11, 2021. So meaning to say, our school year will end on June 11, 2021 And I think that is also the ending of the contract of our LSAs, just in case we are going to hire LSAs. We would like also to update you on Regional Memorandum 354 Series 2020. This has something to do with the reiteration on the distribution and utilization of self-learning modules and LRs. So this is issued in response to some of the issues, no, na mayroon ang Baguio last time, no, with regard to a learning module in social studies, no. So number two, provision of this RM relative to this office reiterates to all schools division offices that all locally developed self-learning modules and LRs in all learning areas in all grade levels must undergo thorough quality assurance process at the regional office before distribution to learners and or uploading to the SDO LR portal. So we are actually informing the SDO that before all those SDO locally developed self-learning modules shall be forwarded to the regional office for quality assurance, so that after these self-learning modules are quality assured at the regional office, this will be returned back to the SDO. And once all of those suggestions or comments are already integrated and finalized, that's the only time that these SDO localized or locally developed self-learning modules will be distributed to our learners. I am referring to the second quarter self-learning modules. The SDOs are expected to conduct orientation to supervisors, school heads, and teachers to communicate the guidelines that no module shall be distributed to the learners unless quality assured at the regional office. And further, schools division superintendents and school heads shall be held accountable for any self-learning module and LR utilized in the respective divisions and schools found to have violations to LR standards. Kung hindi po ito na quality assured sa ating regional office, at ito pong self-learning modules ay na-distribute sa ating mga learners, at ang mga self-learning modules na to ay may violations to LR standards, ang accountable po ay ang ating SDS at ang ating mga school heads. An error watch mechanism shall be tied up with the LR help desk, and all concerns shall be addressed to lrmds helpdesk.depedcar@gmail.com. So posting on Facebook is highly discouraged. So only concerns addressed through the LR Gmail account shall be, of course, taken into consideration. Now, we would like also to update ang ating SDO Abra with regard to RM356 Series 2020, and this has something to do with our home-based online regional assessment test. And there are several activities that we are going to conduct relative to the conduct of this online regional assessment test. So kahapon po, together with Sir Rodel, no, our focal person ng or our DTC ng SDO Abra, we had actually our orientation on the guidelines on the conduct of home-based online RAT. Actually, ang dami pong na-issue na regional memoranda with regard to the conduct of the regional or home-based online regional assessment test because of some changes in the procedures of conducting the said test. And this day, we would like also to orient you on the different activities. And the first one is yesterday, we had the orientation of DTCs and DITOs on the guidelines on the conduct of home-based online RAT. And we are very happy because SDO Abra will be are ready for the implementation of these activities. No? Today, November 17, 2020, it is expected that orientation of chief examiners, school testing coordinators, school ICT coordinators, testing facilitators, and the guidelines on the conduct of home-based online RAT will be conducted today. And ang in charge po dito, we have our DTC, si Sir Ridel po, and our DITO. And the participants for this one, of course, we have our chief examiners, the EPSA2, school testing coordinators, school ICT coordinators, and then testing facilitators. And then to be monitored, of course, by the RO. So those members of the monitoring team assigned per SDO. So ang naka-assign po sa atin sa SDO Abra na magmo-monitor ay ako po at saka si Sir Leo. Sir Leonardo Aquino of the Quality Assurance Division. So we would like to monitor also the conduct of this activity today in SDO Abra. Another one, tomorrow, November 18, 2020, in the morning, we'll be having the orientation of parents and test takers. And the one in charge of this, we have the chief examiner, the school testing coordinator, the school ICT coordinator, and we would like also to include the testing facilitators. And the test takers and parents should really be oriented on the guidelines and procedures of the home-based online regional assessment test, so that they know exactly what they are going to do on the day of the actual conduct of the said test. Take note that in the previous guideline, our testing facilitator will be going to the residences of our learners. But because of the changes that no testing facilitators are allowed to go to the residences of our learners, ay nagkaroon po tayo ng changes on the guidelines. That's the reason why na-postpone ulit or na-rescheduled ang ating conduct ng test na supposed to be ay na-conduct pa noong November 10. And then, in the afternoon of tomorrow, November 18, that is the mock home-based online RAT. So magkakaroon po tayo ng mock testing. Nang sa ganon, we'll be able to see kung may problema po ang ating mga test takers at ang ating mga parents, and also our testing personnel doon sa pagkakandak po ng RAT. No? And then on November 20, 2020, this is already the actual conduct of home-based online RAT. Of course, ang in-charge po dito ay ang ating mga testing facilitators. Nabigyan po ang ating mga test takers ng tig-iisang testing facilitator na sila po ang mag-supervise in the administration of our tests. To be monitored, of course, by our chief examiner, school testing coordinator, and then school ICT coordinator, and at the same time, also our DTC and then DITO. So, kailangan pong sila po yung magmo-monitor po dito sa conduct po ng ating RAT. Now, I would like also to present to you the time schedule of the testing of or the conduct of the home-based online RAT. So, before 7:30, so at 7 o'clock, sending of testing links for subjects is scheduled in the morning to DTCs, chief examiners, and testing facilitators through email. And then at 7:30 to 8:30, that will be the preparation and the orientation of examinees, no? In preparation for the first subject, which is mathematics. And that is from 8:31 hanggang 10 o'clock. So each learning area is actually given 1 hour in 30 minutes. Meaning to say our students will take the exam for each learning area for 1 hour in 30 minutes. Then after taking mathematics from 10:01 to 10:15, that is now the morning break. And then from 10:16 to 10:30, preparation and orientation of examining again in preparation for the next learning area, which is English from 10:31 to 12 o'clock. Then after that, closing of testing links for subjects scheduled in the morning by the regional testing coordinator or regional information technology officer. And then sending of testing links for subjects scheduled in the afternoon to DTCs, chief examiners, and testing facilitators through email. Then from 12:01 hanggang 12:45, we'll be having the lunch break. And then 12:46 to 1 o'clock, that will be the preparation and orientation of examining again in preparation for science and technology from 1:01 to 2:30. And then after that, there is a break, and then 2:46 to 3 o'clock, preparation and orientation of examining again in preparation for Filipino at 3:01 hanggang 4:30. Then closing of testing links for subjects is scheduled in the afternoon by the regional testing coordinator or regional information technology officer. At 4:31 to 5 o'clock, filling out of online monitoring and evaluation report by testing facilitators, chief examiners, testing, school testing facilitator, and division testing coordinator. Another regional memorandum which we would like to inform SDO Abra is RM229 Series 2020, which has something to do with the quality assurance and development of K-3 self-learning modules for quarter 2. Ang naka-assign po sa SDO Abra, just in case po na wala po tayong mga self-learning modules na manggagaling pa sa ating from the central office, ang Abra ay in charge sa pagde-develop po ng learning materials na edukasyon sa pagpapakatao. So, ESP po ang naka-assign sa Abra. So, tayo po ang in charge from kindergarten hanggang sa grade 3 po. Sa edukasyon sa pagpapakatao for Abra. Ang na-assign po sa Apayao, Araling Panlipunan, ang Baguio City ay English, Benguet ay Mathematics, Ifugao ay Science, Kalinga ay Filipino, Mountain Province ay Kinder, at Tabuk City ay MAPE. So nagkaroon po ng drawlats ang ating mga learning areas dito sa Curriculum and Learning Management Division kung ano po ang maibibigay na or mai-assign na learning area per division. So ang na-assign po sa atin sa Abra ay edukasyon sa pagpapakatao po. Okay. So far, this is the summary of downloaded available central office modules ready to print for the second quarter as of November 12, 2020. Ang meron lang ay AP sa grade 4, sa grade 7 na isang self-learning module, sa grade 9 na 3, at saka grade 10 na 4. Yung ating Filipino, may isa sa grade 10, sa science, may 5 sa grade 10, sa APP or TLE na ICT sa grade 4 ay 4, agriculture sa grade 5 ay 9, sa HE ay 10, sa IA is 6, and then in prep ay 8. Meron din po tayong music na 7 na ready to print na grade 7. But we would like to inform na meron naman po tayong nire-review sa halimbawa sa mathematics, I think nakapag-comply naman ang grade 10 na in charge ang Cordillera. Ang alam ko ay na-submit naman namin on time yung mga na-review at na-revise ng mga self-learning modules. And let us just simply pray that by next week or before November ends, siguro ay meron na po tayong self-learning modules sa bawat grade level. Just in case kasi na wala pong self-learning modules na manggagaling po sa CO, yung kanina po, most especially sa K-3 kasi doon po tayo allowed na magkaroon po ng locally developed self-learning modules, ay ito po yung naka-assign sa atin. So sa Abra ay yung edukasyon sa pagpapakatao po. And so far, I would like also to show to you the summary of locally developed modules na nandito po sa regional office. So, for mother tongue ay wala po. Sa Filipino, mayroon pong 5 and it's coming from Benguet at saka Kalinga. And then yung English, meron pong isa from Kalinga. Yung sa science, meron po tayong 11, dalawa sa Benguet, siyam sa Kalinga. Sa mathematics ay 3 lang po, dalawa sa Benguet at isa sa Kalinga. And then sa Araling Panlipunan, ito po yung medyo marami, 41 po siya. Meron pong 30 sa Araling Panlipunan na nanggaling sa Apayao. But so far, ito lang po yung binigay ng LR, but we do not know kung anong grade level po ang mga ito. Meron pong binigay ng Benguet na isa at meron pong binigay ng Kalinga na siyam. Sa APP or TLE ay wala po. Sa MAPE ay may 6, 3 ay nanggagaling sa Apayao, 3 sa Kalinga. And then sa ESP, 3 ang total niya at lahat yon ay nanggaling sa Benguet. But of course, these locally developed modules are still undergoing RO quality assurance. So ito po yung naibigay po sa amin na i-quality assure po namin. So sa mathematics, for example, ako ay 3 lang yung aking i-quality assure. Nanggaling sa Benguet at saka Kalinga. No? So makikita po natin talaga dito sa summary po natin na just in case na wala pong manggagaling sa CO na mga self-learning modules ay tayo po ang magde-develop ng locally self-learning modules, locally developed learning modules. At yun po yung i-develop po natin na subject. And I would like to end our orientation or updates with this quotation, no? From Dennis Waitley, American motivational speaker, writer, and consultant. Sabi po niya, don't dwell on what went wrong. Instead, focus on what to do next and spend your energies on moving forward toward finding the answer. So thank you so much. So this so far, these are the updates that we can actually give you for our Kumustahan. So good morning once again. Okay, so I think the second part, we would like also to have the updates on the assessment of the first 5 weeks of Q1. Meron po tayong guidelines na naibigay po sa ating regional memorandum. And Ma'am Hedwig, we would like to know kung sino po ang magbibigay ng ating or sino po ang mag-represent.
Ako, Brian.
Okay, so thank you po Ma'am Hedwig. So to give us an update on the assessment of the first 5 weeks of Q1, we are honored for this morning to have our presenter from SDO Abra, no other than, of course, the Chief of the Curriculum Implementation Division, Ma'am Hedwig Belmes.
Okay, so share ko pa, Brian.
Okay po, ma'am. Parang nawala yata si Ma'am Hedwig. Okay, so while waiting for Ma'am Hedwig, probably let's take a 10-minute break muna. Magkakaroon muna tayo ng 10-minute break to allow for the preparation of Ma'am Hedwig. Thank you.
Hello, Brian. Nawala ako. Sandali lang.
Hello, Ma'am Hedwig.
Nawala ako.
Okay. Oo. Sige, ma'am. We will be having first 10-minute break para to allow preparation po, ma'am, sa inyo. Okay po.
Okay na. Nakikita nyo na?
Wala pa, ma'am.
Nakikita nyo na?
Wala pa, ma'am.
Sige,
Ayan.
10-minute break muna.
Sige po.
Wala.
Meron po, ma'am.
Okay na, ma'am. Meron na po.
Bilis, ayan na, meron na.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Pero let's have a 10-minute break muna, ma'am
Sige.
Hedwig. Okay po.
So break muna o... sige, mag-break muna. Sige.
Okay, good morning once again. I think we can already start with our presentation or with the presentation from SDO Abra. Ma'am Hedwig. Parang naka-break pa po sila. Okay. So let's just wait for Ma'am Hedwig.
Sandali lang, Sir Brian. Biit lang. Naka
Sige, ma'am, share mo.
Okay na lang.
Muna, share, ma'am.
I-share na. Okay na. Naka-on sa niya. Okay, Sir Brian, I'm back.
Okay, so thank you, Ma'am Hedwig. So I think we can already start with our presentation, Ma'am.
Okay, so good morning to everyone, especially our counterparts in the regional office, the CLMD family. Of course, SDO Abra is very glad to be with you this morning for this Kumustahan. And of course, after this, I hope we will be reminded with your updates, and you will be also looking at our inputs also, or our sharing later. So as mentioned by Sir Brian a while back, our report will focus on the 5 weeks for quarter 1, uh, focusing on the SLMs and of course the learning delivery that we adapted. So, but before I go on with the answers of the questions, I would like you to we would like to give you some updates din, that despite the challenges that we have gone through since we prepared for where we're planning for this first quarter, we started well in October 5 with 282 elementary schools, 36 junior high schools, 36 senior high schools, and 10 integrated schools. Prior to the opening, we conducted also webinars for the preparation of our SLMs with the 9 learning areas, including kindergarten and ALS. And for our potentials, writers who had helped us a lot in producing 1,380 SLMs, 10 pre-recorded videos in 5 segments for kindergarten, and 28 grade 1 videos also, and the radio-based instruction for 40 episodes for the first quarter. For the programs and activities and projects, SDO Abra continues to implement them. Our special education, or SPED, caters to 149 gifted, talented learners and 30 non-graded learners. Our science classes continue to cater also our 139 elementary learners and 282 secondary learners in our science classes. 47 ALS implementers also commit to provide learning to the 1,424 ALS learners, while IPED continue to work on the 4 minima having the orthography, the dictionaries, primers, and short stories. Actually, we have an ongoing evaluation of the short stories. Of course, we would like to tell you that we have innovative ways we continue with the K-12 implementation. We explored on our Silnag ti Adal Biagranyag ti Agtutubo program or Silnag ti Abra program, which we have under Silnag, the Silnag radio program, which I have mentioned that we are now having um, we have now we are in this 8 episodes now of this radio program, and we have also launched the Silnag Damdamag, which is our online platform where we also get inputs or updates coming from the schools, which the school can also benchmark. The Silnag Te Abra monitoring program is also being done. We have the Balay Pagadalan, which our supervisors would like to ensure that the learners are in well set up learning area in their own homes or in their own houses. In the Saranay program, which nakaangkla po dito yung LSA natin or our teacher volunteers and our barangay officials and other stakeholders who are helping us on the delivery and retrieval of our modules. Another is this libro ni Abreño. This is also a program which is initiated by LRMDS, which during the quarantine days, we have started already the home-based reading activities, and we continue that. And we have this so-called hub stories, which our teachers also tell, which also our teachers tell stories, and they are being shown or being aired or being watched or viewed at in our FB page under Libro ni Abreño. The Books on Wheels is also ongoing, which our supervisors in ESP, Aralpan, and Filipino work with our librarian to go around and let a teacher tell stories, and from these stories, several questions or trivia questions are being asked as part of this activity. We have the e-library and the e-learning resource center. With, of course, with this situation, we're going. The LRMDS would like to have this e-library or e-learning resource center. This our teachers could also get research researches or even inputs for their SLMs. We have the Siri Babreño, which is also another online platform for our for the FB page for our online interactive activities. And dito rin naka-anchor yung online co-curricular activities natin, while we have now the math and science investigatory projects and the most enterprising product with the TLE. So, may I begin now with the answer? So the first question is, what percentage of the following SLMs were distributed to the learners? We have the CO initiated, the locally developed, whether region, division, and school. CO initiated and the division in developed modules. Locally developed SLMs, there is 66.46% distributed, which is 543 out of 817 downloaded CO SLMs. While our DO developed SLMs, we have 48.99%, which is 676 out of 1,380 developed modules in the division level. Our senior high school specialized subjects worksheets are also developed, since there are no learning materials like this downloaded from CO, and we didn't even develop it to DO. So our schools develop this specialized subject worksheets, and they share with other schools with similar offering. What are the common errors in the CO-initiated and even our locally developed SLMs, and what specifications were taken regards these errors? So the common errors are this. Actually, the LRMDS prepared a link for the reporting of errors, and these were drawn from the SLM monitoring tool. These are the lack of illustrations to support the instructions. Nagkukulang ng illustrations, kaya nawawala kasi may instruction pero walang illustration. Inconsistency of answers in the answer queue with that of activities and items in the SLMs. Spelling, marami ang errors dun sa spelling, grammar, and inconsistent review activities to the new lesson. May new lesson pero iba yung review activities, and inconsistent formative assessment with the learning competency. So specific actions that were taken, we have as I have said, the Division LRMDS created a monitoring link of errors for CO developed and submitted to the central office links, which is the error watch. They are submitted to the central office link. While we also instructed our schools to report errors to the EPSS concerned, and for the latter, the EPSS to give appropriate instructions to address the issues. Of course, the central office, kung mga minor lang, we address, but pag major, we didn't do any corrections on the modules. While minor errors like spelling, grammar, and pagination are addressed at the school level before the printing. So we instructed our schools pag minor na spelling, palitan na lang yung spelling. Pag grammar na minor din, they just change para ma-minimize yung errors before the reproduction. And activities are also reviewed at the school level and trimmed down activities based on the context of the learners. We also instructed our schools na tignan yung activities na kung masyadong marami at kung may mga pare-pareho na pwede nang mag-slash para hindi masyadong congested yung activities natin ng SLMs natin. So, what is the mechanism that is implemented in the whole division for the distribution and retrieval of SLM? So, mostly our schools adopt the weekly basis, which they have Monday for distribution and Saturday for retrieval, yung iba. And meron din yung isa lang Monday for both the distribution and retrieval, which they claim it na para hindi na masyadong maraming araw na na-exhaust for the distribution and retrieval. While we have also several schools too, since they have the 1:2 ratio, we have the Monday for distribution and retrieval, while Wednesday is for the interchange also for the other group who will use the modules. Generally, what is the percentage of module accomplishment of learners within the given period? Are all learners able to accomplish the given modules within the allotted period? Actually, we made a survey regarding all prior to yung mga questions pa na binigay ninyo. Naggawa na kami ng survey regarding dito sa first quarter or sa first 4 weeks na review natin sa modular instruction at ang learning delivery natin. So, nakuha namin ito, the percentage of learners have accomplished 100% the given modules within time allotted period. So, there are 94.821. Actually, this is the schools ang nakuha namin. While the percentage of schools naman who have accomplishment 50% and below the given modules within time allotted period is 5.19%. We have 182 schools that responded to our survey. Is there a tracking mechanism implemented to check learners' activities within the class week? Yes. We have phone calls, of course, to our learners. We do home visitation. As you can see in the FB posts, all of our teachers find time to go around to see our learners, especially those who are really in need of assistance. The group chat with learners is also established. Dito, nagpapalitan ng comments ng teacher at learner, at mga learners nila. And the use of contextualized individual learners tracking form also is also crafted. The text messaging, the private messenger, the video calls, and we have the use of two-way radio, which in some areas in Abra na walang internet, ito yung ginamit nila, yung two-way radio, that even during the accomplishment of modules, the teacher is instructing our learners on what to do with the modules. And the learners also is telling the teacher kung bakit ganun ang module niya o kung ano yung mga issues niya. So parang nag-uusap nila in a phone, parang phone din, yung two-way radio natin, yung handheld radio natin. So this is being done in Danak, in Buline, and Lagausyan, in Villaviciosa. So our parents providing feedback to teachers, and our teachers are also providing feedbacks to learners after accomplishments have been submitted. Yes, we have of course the parents feedback form, which is being filled up by our parents. We have the discussion with the teachers during home visits. Kasi pag nagbibisita sila, yun na ang chance nila na makipag-usap din sa mga parents, and the teachers will also tell what are answer the parents' feedbacks or yung mga issues nila. And also we have the parents meeting, which we have the issues and concerns being discussed. And parents and teachers also create group chat din. And parents call, and even parents call and message na yung teachers kung hindi pa maantay yung sagot o tinatawagan na rin o na message na yung teacher. Aside from the modular learning delivery, what other modalities of learning delivery were implemented? Okay, so ang Abra, most of our schools make use of the printed modules. Ayun sinabi ko kanina, in support to our activity sheets for kindergarten, we choose to have pre-recorded videos which are distributed to our learners using a USB. Kung hindi video, meron din naman audio, ginagamit yung radio nila. At kung nakita nyo yung post ko din o yung picture na na-post ko nung the last meeting that we had is our teachers also bring televisions to reach kindergarten within the neighborhood na pinapakita yung videos ng kindergarten. So for grade 1, of course, we had the SLMs. Again, we have also the supplemental pre-recorded videos, audios for grade 1 learners. Parang pareho yung kinder. Pero yung sa grade 1, they make use of the SLMs. Sinusuportahan lang ng pre-recorded videos and audios. Our Abra High School Science class is implementing the asynchronous. There are times na mag-go online, and then at the schedule of the learner, they also work on their printed modules. And the same true with An-Ana. This is also blended learning. They have also created video lessons for their learners. They do online, and they also provide printed materials. Did the teachers conduct assessment? Yes, because right after upon the issuance of the O31 regarding assessment, we conducted our division orientation. And from this division orientation, we have teams who went around to orient the different districts. Is a team of the supervised, the EPS and the PSDSS, who went around to do orientation on the summative and performance assessment. And how are interventions being conducted for learners in need for more assistance will be shown later. So our different measures are employed per Memorandum 307 of the Office of the Undersecretary for Curriculum and Instruction and Academic Keys. With this, several schools actually go out and administer tests in clusters. There are teachers who choose to go and reach learners, yung mga magkakapitbahay na, doon nag-administer na rin yung test, but of course, strictly observance of the health protocols. Yung online administration of tests is also being employed for those conducting online classes. So, pinopost yung test at and in there, our learners also answer the test items. And there are also there is this an now integrated school who also employ this the online administration through Google Form. Google Form nila yung test, and then after answering, they submit. And this limited face-to-face assessment also is being employed as like the administering tests in clusters. There are also schools na nag-conducting ng limited face-to-face na assessment, pero they limit yung learners nila to 5 or up to 7, mga ganun lang. So, of course, to monitor yung learners natin while taking the test, yung the two-way radio is also being utilized. The assistance of our learning support aid is also is a big help for our learners who are conducting or who are taking the test. And of course, the close monitoring for learners who are in need of assistance, that teachers go out and see them. Alam naman nila ang konteksto ng mga learners na nila. So, they see to it that they provide assistance to the learners who really need assistance. So, did the school seek help from volunteer teachers or learning support aides for instruction? Actually, in Abra, we do not use the learning support aid. We prefer to use the volunteer teachers kasi there are teachers na hindi nabigyan ng remuneration. But we prepared guidelines on this that certain services of these volunteer teachers are credited as experience. So in Abra, we have 342 volunteer teachers. And as stated in the contract of service, which was signed both the teacher and the division offices, naka-appear doon yung specific functions nila, which is assistance to delivery and retrieval of modules, yung monitoring of learners that include the accomplishment of modules, yung sinabi kanina ni Sir Brian din na portfolio, yes, all of the things that the learners need to prepare are being monitored by our volunteer teachers who are assigned. Yung volunteer teachers kasi, nabigyan sila ng cluster. Yung cluster na hindi ma-cater o hindi ma-accommodate yung regular teachers natin, yung ang naibigay sa kanila na assignment na pupuntahan o bibigyan din ng modules. And of course, while they are in school, they also help in the printing and the reproduction of modules. So what are your ways forward and suggestions to improve delivery of learning for quarter 2? Actually, the quarter 1 modules or quarter 1 experience natin have given us a lot of insights, have given us many lessons to, of course, to avoid or to prevent or to minimize para mabawasan yung errors, para hindi natin maulit yung ibang nangyari for the quarter 1. And these are our ways forward. We continue to prepare worksheets. Our supervisors decided to come up with worksheets in the different learning areas like science, math, Filipino, English, ESP, and MAPE. And for the EPP and Aral Pan is also a combination of worksheets and SLMs. Several of them will still be having the SLMs, but most of them will be working on the worksheets. The continuation of distribution of pre-recorded videos for kindergarten and grade 1 and activity sheets will go on. Okay, kindergarten actually have also produced videos already for the second quarter. At parang we will continue that up to the last quarter. Kung hindi man gumanda yung sitwasyon natin, we will be having still our recorded videos and audios for our kindergarten. Our radio-based instruction will also continue. Actually, it's a 1-year contract with Joy Radio Station. We're going to prepare episodes still for the second quarter, maybe up to the last quarter. And our DepEd TV, which was piloted this week with our two schools, and Anao and Cristina B. Gonzalez. I hope our other schools will also have this. So this is again another venture that we're going to engage in, kasi may mga may FB page naman tayo, pero yung request ko nung nag-meeting tayo is we will be given sana yung videos, yung save natin para yun din ang may distribute natin sa mga schools natin na mahirap makuha o walang channel ng IBC 13. And we have the FB page also. So I hope and pray din na ng DepEd TV natin will have its full implementation with our schools in Abra after the focus group discussion natin later with our regional office. I hope the insights will be discussed and para mas maganda pa yung gagawin natin with the other schools on this. And sana, we hope and pray na yung conduct of limited face-to-face instruction will come soon. And yeah, we had also a meeting with the SDS. Nagbigay din kami ng proposals on this limited face-to-face. We had an emergency meeting regarding this, and we stated all our proposals, our plans for this limited face-to-face. So we hope and pray na yung proposal will be approved at the central office level at sana babalik na tayo because our parents are clamoring for this modality. Nahihirapan na daw yung sila, and of course we also at the curriculum and all the other personnel who are working with us, parang na-exhaust na rin. Pero we will continue whatever efforts we have started, whatever things that we have done, we'll try to sustain, we'll try to continue because our purpose is we have something to offer to our learners. So to end this presentation, so again, my favorite quotation, motivation is what gets you started. Okay, we are motivated because we have our will that our learners should be learning and learning should continue even in this kind of situation. And our commitment is there to keep what we have started and to keep everything going. So to each and everyone, good morning. This is the report of SDO Abra. This is Mrs. Hedwig M. Belmes, the CID Chief, humbly reporting. Good morning.
Okay, good morning po Ma'am Hedwig, and thank you so much for the very comprehensive and very informative presentation of the assessment for the first 5 weeks of Q1 of SDO Abra. So we actually have seen, no, despite the challenges that SDO Abra have has experienced, no, because of the challenges imposed by the pandemic, they were still able to continue with their programs, with their activities and projects, and come up even with innovative ways to continue on exploring of different ways on how to move forward. No? And that is very, very commendable. So may we have a virtual clap to the SDO Abra. Parang ako lang yata yung nag-clap.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you.
Yes, but of course I would like also to present my colleagues from the CLMD because I think, no, that some of them may have comments or they would like to ask questions, no, based on the presentations of Ma'am. Now, in relation to learning resources, we have Ma'am Rosita Agnasi.
Yes.
Ma'am Rosita is actually our LRMDC manager, and we have also Ma'am Jenny Claire Pigangay in charge of MAPE and multigrade. Ma'am Jonalyn Ambrona, who is actually in charge of TLE and APP. Ma'am Angela Quiapupot, who is in charge actually of alternative learning system. We have also Ma'am Telma Dalayon, the in charge of Filipino, mother tongue, and ano pa yung Ma'am Telma?
Journalism.
And mother tongue and all, no? And also Sir Patricio, the one in charge for English, ELLN, and the like. Ma'am Rose Kayasen, who is in charge of ESP, and most especially that Abra is in charge of ESP. We will be coordinating with Ma'am Rose later on. And Sir Edgar, who is actually in charge of Araling Panlipunan. And also Ma'am Tarnati, who is in charge of special education. So they are actually with us so that in cases that there are some issues here that need to be clarified or answered, so they will actually be helping us. No, doon sa first presentation siguro ako na lang po Ma'am Hedwig ang magtatanong po Ma'am, no. Doon kasi sa presentation po natin kanina, doon sa unang tanong na yung mga percentages po Ma'am ng SLM
na na-upload.
Oo. Because sabi po doon 66.46%, ibig pong sabihin 543 out of 817. Kindly enlighten me Ma'am kung yung 817 po ba yun ay meron pong CO. Ito po ay mga CO SLM.
Develop lang. Oo.
Na-develop po, pero ibig pong sabihin, yung 66.46% lang po ang nagamit.
Yes, oo.
Yung 543.
Kasi siyempre yung K-3 ginamit namin yung DO Develop. Mostly
okay
yung K-3. Oo. Siyempre, ano naman, mother tongue.
Okay po. So,
our DO Develop modules na.
Okay po, Ma'am. So, ibig pong sabihin yung 48.99%, kasi pag i-kuan po natin, ibig pong sabihin, yung 48.99% din na DO develop self-learning modules, ito din ay hindi lahat ay K-3 self-learning modules. Tama po ba, Ma'am Hedwig? Oo. So, we would like also to know kung ano po yung aside from the K-3 self-learning modules, ano pa po yung mga subjects na nagkaroon po ng DO develop na nagamit po ng division office o ng ating mga schools.
Okay. I am encouraging also the supervisors to answer questions. All of you, all the supervisors. Para matulungan din ako sa sagot. Actually, we have developed prior to pa yung pagdating ng CO develop modules, nag-prepare talaga kami ng K-12, K-10 na SLMs. Lahat ng supervisors have prepared their SLMs ko. Kaya kung kulang man yung SLM na galing sa central office, ready kami to substitute o to add kung ano yung kulang galing sa central office. So, yun ang nangyari. That's why, hindi lahat din, yan ang sinabi ko kanina, yung may mga lower grades na learning modules, we prefer to use our own modules, yung mother tongue, yung Iloco, and even our ICCs, yung languages na translated na modules. Supervisors, please add. Yes, that's it, Brian.
Okay. So siguro po yun, Ma'am, yung kung bakit po yun yung parang tinatanong po namin because of yung mga ang dami-dami po kasi mga issue, no? Dun sa ating mga locally developed self-learning modules. At it seems na doon sa findings po ng ating DepEd na lahat po actually ng mga issues regarding this ay nanggagaling po actually sa mga locally developed self-learning modules. And at this time, siguro yung i-emphasize lang po namin ay i-prioritize lang po sana natin yung ating mga CO-initiated na self-learning modules para nang sa ganun kung may problema man ay hindi po tayo yung sasagot, kundi ang ating central office po with regard to probably violations on LR standards po, ma'am. Kasi parang halimbawa doon sa 817, ang nai-report po ay parang out of the 817 na develop ng CO, ay yung 540 lang po ang nagagamit. At we are very happy kasi ang sabi niyo naman po ay yung K-3 kasi ang mga nagamit na K-3 modules ay yung mga locally developed modules. Now, we also understand siguro ma'am na yung siguro it's good also no meron po yung ating mga ibang supervisors po nakasama dyan sa SDO Abra handling different learning areas so that we'll be able also to see kung ano po yung mga grade levels halimbawa kasi sa math for example I am aware na wala po tayong self-learning modules from CO ng grade 5, grade 6 at saka grade 9. And we understand na pagka nag-develop po ang ating SDO Abra ng math, ng self-learning modules, ay ito lang sana yung mga grade level na kung saan ay papasok yung locally developed na learning modules. At doon lang po sana tayo magdi-distribute mga locally developed self-learning modules. And siguro yung advice po natin. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, ganyan naman nang nangyari. We prioritize still our CO develop. Yung kulang, doon lang kami pumasok na gamitin yung locally developed materials namin.
Yes, ma'am. And I am very happy being the EPS no in charge for SDO Abra to know that, Ma'am Hedwig. Kasi we also come to it also reaches us also no at the RO that there are SDOs no halimbawa sa math na kahit na mayroong self-learning modules from CO prioritize pa rin nila yung DO developed self-learning modules and with that feedback Ma'am Hedwig I am very happy being the coordinator for SDO Abra to know that we are on the right track ma'am.
Yes,
so siguro yun siguro yun ma'am yung and i-emphasize ko lang ma'am kasi part also of our meeting yesterday parang actually this is the order of our regional director yung mga K-3 learners are allowed actually to write their answers or they are supposed to be answering on the modules ma'am pero yung grade 4 to grade 12 ay ito po yung mga learners na dapat ay gagamit po sila ng separate answer sheets na kung saan nila ilalagay lahat ng mga answers nila. So, yun po siguro ma'am yung isa pa po na i-comment ko ma'am. Now doon po sa pag-conduct po ng common errors in the CO-initiated self-learning modules, I am very happy that our SDO Abra is also looking into these errors para at least ma-update po natin. Now, doon po kasi doon sa common errors, parang general po na state, siguro in my case, kasi I'm a math supervisor siguro, I would like to also to know kung ano po yung mga common errors per grade level, anong specific modules po siguro, and siguro this is also the work of Sir, makikiusap po tayo kay Sir Rodel na bigyan niya din ako ng kopya kung ano po yung mga self-learning modules na may error, most especially the CO. Ano po yung mga grade level, ano po yung ano po yung specific na module, yung pong ganun, ma'am. Para at least we can be able also to do something at the regional office kung ano po ang gagawin po natin with all these errors that we have with our self-learning modules, ma'am.
So, ganito lang siguro, our supervisors could also look at the CO developed modules na rin. Kanya-kanya na, tignan na rin siguro yung errors, hindi lang sa math. All the learning areas will be looking into para siguro maganda rin yung suggestion mo na per learning area, may kanya-kanya silang identified na errors, kung anong module yung ganito ang nangyari, ganito yung error, para at least ma-identify natin. So, any comment from the supervisors? So, baka Nagsasalita ako dito. Hindi kayo, hindi kayo amenable.
Yes, Ma'am Hedwig, siguro let us involve also our teachers kasi sila po yung end users at saka mga estudyante din. Most especially
Oo.
dun sa mga key answers kasi nasabi po natin, na-mention po natin dito, na marami po yung maling sagot. For example, inconsistency
Oo.
of answers in the answer key with the activities and items in the self-learning module. Siguro, yun yung mga gusto po natin na makita because we would like to really improve our self-learning modules. And I hope that SDO Abra will also would like to improve on the
Yes.
locally developed self-learning modules. And we can only do that by looking into the common errors na na-encounter ng ating mga learners at saka yung ating mga teachers. Siguro not the supervisor siguro ang mag-prepare but let us gather all of these feedbacks from
Yes.
our teachers.
Galing din
Nang
sa
talagang-
kanila,
oo.
Abra, yan.
Yes,
Galing din sa mga teachers yung ire-report din ng supervisors natin.
yes,
They
ma'am.
will gather feedbacks coming from teachers. Oo. Para yun yung i-collate nila.
Oo. Yes po, ma'am. Okay po. Doon po ma'am sa number 3, parang I would like to emphasize because doon sa presentation po natin ay weekly basis at saka monthly basis. Pero ang sabi po ng ating director, ang sabi po ng director po natin ngayon na for the next weeks or months, siguro ay bibigyan po natin ng pagkakataon talaga yung ating mga estudyante to really accomplish lahat ng mga activities. At ang sinasabi po ng ating director ay bibigyan po natin sila ng 1 month, Ma'am Hedwig.
1 month.
Yes, ma'am.
1 month.
Not just
Sana
simply
kakayanin ng printing kasi mostly they print it na by week.
okay
So,
po. Siguro yun din yung isang feedback.
Kaya.
Yan po din ma'am yung isang feedback na sasabihin po namin kay Ma'am Carmel para at least maiparating din po sa ating director. Actually, let us cross our fingers kasi sabi din po ng ating director, parang yun din po yung i-feedback po namin sa inyo na for the third quarter yata at saka fourth quarter ay meron na pong self-learning modules. I mean, i-outsource na daw po yung ating third quarter at saka fourth quarter modules. So, para pong yun po yung pan po natin na parang ang problemahin lang po natin at this time ay yung quarter 2 modules. Pero let us cross our fingers na ang mga modules, self-learning modules for the third quarter at saka fourth quarter ay talagang ibibigay na sa iba para nang sa ganon ay hindi talaga pinoproblema ng ating mga SDOs at mga school heads and teachers yung printing ng ating at saka pag-develop ng ating mga self-learning modules. Ano pa po? Parang looking into the report, Ma'am Hedwig, parang wala naman akong nakikitang problema po sa inyo and I think with the innovative ways na nakita ko pa sa inyo ay mas SDO Abra is performing even above the expectations ng authority.
Ay, wow.
Parang nakita ko naman po. And siguro ma'am, I would like to be enlightened doon sa item 8, doon sa pagkanda po ng summative assessment lang siguro. Yun lang siguro ang titignan natin. I would like to emphasize. Open ka.
Yes,
I would like to emphasize doon kung sinusunod ba ng ating mga teachers yung guidelines doon na sa pag-compute later on ng grades ng ating mga estudyante if they are also aware na pag halimbawa sa computation ng grades, we only consider the written output at saka yung ating performance task. So siguro yun po
clear
yung
naman.
Yeah, okay. So naapat
yun i-monitor yan ng supervisors how will they do the computation kasi nag-orient naman na sabi ko kanina. So
Yes,
yun din ang gagawin ulit ng team. They will go around again on how they will compute their grades, i-remind kung ano yung nasa guidelines natin para walang mawawala.
Yes po, Ma'am Hedwig. So I think there
Okay.
is a question from my colleague from the Curriculum and Learning Management Division. I think si Ma'am Ayasen, si Ma'am Rose, ay may tanong po siya. Ma'am Rose, ano
Yes.
po yung tanong po natin?
Yeah. Good day sa mga kababayan natin sa Abra. I
Good
congratulate
morning.
you for presenting a very good output today. May I just clarify how is your multi-grade in iPad? Of course. Do you encounter any problem with the implementation of your multi-grade?
Yeah, of course, the multi-grade are now regarded as single grade since they are also given the modules naman kung ano ibibigay ng other learning yung learning areas natin, yun naman na ang sinasagot nila. They are not regarded as multi-grade, although yung teacher has to cater kung anong naibigay sa kanya na learners. Yun. It will always appear na multi-grade yung hinahawakan ng teacher natin. But as to the answering of the modules, yung bata ay answering their modules kung anong grade sila dapat kabilang. Ay, wala na. Hello? Nawala ba? Hello? Hello, friends? Hello, friends. Emmanuel, you could also add. Taon man said no, nakaunda no siya latiyad da problema na. Ako lang ba may problema ng signal?
Agawan-awan, signal talaga mo.
Wong aron. Oh, nakaon tayo amin. Ngam di region na 1? Sa region, wala?
Dapat dun.
Wala na sila o sa region. Wala na yata sila sa region.
Inlipas da sigo dun mo.
O wala na pala
Inlipas
sila.
da na na.
Sila ang nawala, tayo ang naiwan.
Sila ang nangiwan.
Masapol ka nung masapol ka nung suruton, hindi kwa.
Karoon yung mic ko.
Good morning po, Ma'am Elder. Pasensya po, nawala po
Hello,
yung...
we are back. Nawala
po
kayo
yung...
sa region.
Oo nga po, Ma'am, nawala. Kababalik lang po
Iniwanan nyo na kami. Iniwanan nyo na kami.
Pakihintay na lang po natin, Ma'am.
Sige lang. Oh, si Miss Annie Rose bumalik. Miss Adele is here to answer also iPad.
Sige po.
Yeah, sorry. Nawalan kami ng internet dahil may nag-weary.
As in, nainiwan nyo na kami sa ere.
Oo nga, sayang yung ang ganda ng posing ko pa naman. Okay, yes ma'am. Okay, may I just say how is your multi-grade?
Yeah, Yan ang sagot ko kanina.
Yeah, hindi ko
may I
po
repeat my
narinig.
answer?
Yes, ma'am.
May I repeat my answer?
Yes,
para
ma'am.
marinig mo.
Pasensya,
Yung sagot ko
mama.
kanina, tapos dagdagan ni Emmanuel being our multi-grade coordinator. So at this point in time, parang our learners are not regarded as multi-grade. Kasi they are given naman modules na complete. Pero yung teacher na humahawak, of course, hawak pa rin niya yung 2 level o 3 level na bata. So, on the end of the teacher, bare doble. Para at least yung kinikater pa rin niya as multi-grade yung mga learners na. But to our learners, kung anong grade sila, grade 2, naibibigay yung module sa kanila. Siyempre, sa kanila naman yung time. So, kompleto pa rin yung modules nila. Yung assistance lang, talagang dalawa ang gagawin ng teacher. Multi-grade teacher pa rin siya. Pero yung bata, parang they are not regarded as multi-grade.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. That's very good. Actually, all of us are going to that way. Diba? Kasi nagtutulungan
Yes.
tayo in a barangay. You are not going only to your grade level, but at times you check also other grade level.
Yes.
So that's very good. Thank you, ma'am. And how about yung may mga issues and concern ba kayo sa mga iPad learner? Anyway, I think all of our learners are iPad or there is a segregated iPad learners in your area dyan sa Abra?
Yeah. Of course, we have our IP communities. We have our ICCs. And what is good, gaya ng sinabi ko kanina, yung modules din translated sa language nila. Okay, yun ang ginawa natin. Even the video, even the audios, they are translated into their language para mas maintindihan ng bata. Alangan naman magbibigay tayo ng Ilocos, hindi naman nila masyadong maintindihan. So what we did at our level, pinakita ko kanina sa inyo, yung MTB natin, yung 40 plus na MTB natin, na videos and audios natin, i-multiply natin ng languages. So, bawat 3 po ICC ay may kanya-kanyang language at may kanya-kanya silang videos and audios. Kaya hindi nahihirapan yung mga bata. Kasi yun ang ginawa namin. And even our modules are also translated to their language.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am, for that. I have also seen some uploads about the use of walkie-talkie in your presentation. Yeah, it was only indicated radio. So we are just referring to the radio na may mga transistor. But I think it would be nice also if you will indicate there because that is something different with other division, yung use of walkie-talkie. How is it effective compared to using other means, ma'am?
Okay. Sana may papapanood ninyo yung nangyari. We have one school in Boline, that is Danak, na most household may hawak na handheld radio, yung two-way. Nag-uusap yung teacher at saka yung bata habang sumasagot sa module. So, nag-i-instruct si teacher, o sa halimbawa ganito, nakikita mo na ang number 2, ganito, ganito. Yes, teacher. O, yes, ma'am. O, ano yung sagot? Mga ganun na instruction. So, I asked the supervisor on in this area, so para ma-schedule yung teacher at saka yung bata. Ni-schedule niya lahat sila na makakausap through the handheld radio. Ganon din ang nangyayari sa isang lugar din sa Bisyusa na gumagamit din yung two-way radio. So nakita namin na effective kasi nga parang nagtuturo si teacher, hawak yung radyo. Parang ganon ang nangyari, ang nangyayari. So I would like gusto kong puntahan one of these days makapunta rin kami doon.
Yes, how we wish we can see.
Yeah.
So in that case, ma'am, of course, I'm referring again to iPad in the using of funds. So that if that is effective to other areas, ayun yung titignan ninyo as a prioritization rather than reproducing so many modules.
Yes, many modules.
Yeah, yes. So, dun sa prioritization lang po, ma'am, maybe mag-usap-usap tayo where to use.
Yan, nakikinig si Ma'am iPad.
Yes, Ma'am.
Nakikinig si Miss iPad dito. Nakikinig siya.
Yeah.
Kasi ongoing yung ride shop namin pero dumaan siya dito. Sabi ko, ito, napakinggan na yung comment mo, Miss Annie Rose. Baka bibili siya lahat ng household ng two-way radio.
Kasi hindi na kailangan ang load doon, hindi na tayo magka-problema ng signal at saka mga load. Di po ba?
Yes.
Yeah. And then hindi mo na kailangan
repeater
ng printer.
Yata. Meron bang yata
repeater? Yes,
repeater lang.
Yun lang
Oo.
ang isi-situate mo kung
Kasi
saan.
yun ang ginagamit kasi sa Dilong din, sa Tubo
Yeah.
areas.
Okay, yes, ma'am. And then we can coordinate with our municipalities also. So it's easier.
Yes,
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. And lastly, of course, how is the alignment of objective and content? Did you encounter any issues and concern about that? Because I was looking in. Wala.
Meron din.
Wala.
Meron din na mga, pero hindi ganun karami naman.
Yes,
Of course, yun naman ang tinitignan ng supervisors natin, yung consistency ng competency at saka yung yung mga activities down sa formative. Yun naman ang tinitignan.
Thank you, ma'am. Buti na lang, konti lang. Oo, siguro manageable. Okay.
Manageable.
Yeah. Regarding naman sa distribution of your learning modules, okay?
Yes.
How is that once in 2 weeks?
1:2 ratio.
Yes. I mean, do you deliver weekly or once in 2 weeks?
Yung sinabi ko kanina dun sa weekly, yung 1:1, nagdi-distribute sila ng Monday, kinokolekta ng Saturday. Pero naisip ng mga schools natin na minsanan na lang, yung Monday ay ginagawang distribution and retrieval na. Para hindi pabalik-balik yung of course, to limit movements. Pero may mga schools kasi na parang nag-struggle sila sa funding, ginawang 1:2. Pero konti lang naman na schools. So yung Monday, didistribute sa isang grupo, babalik siya ng Wednesday, o kung hindi kaya ng bata din, so of course hindi nila namin pine-pressure. So ibabalik yung yung set naman, kukunin yung isang grupo na balang interchange sila sa Wednesday or even later in the afternoon of Wednesday para gamitin dun ng isang grupo. So yun lang challenge dyan is parang makukulangan yung time ng pagsagot. So yun ang tinitignan namin na sana walang 1:2 ratio. Lahat sana ay 1:1. Yun ang tinitignan namin. Kung meron man, nabibilang lang mga siguro few lang. Yung talagang big schools na magkakaproblema ng funding.
Will it matter, ma'am, or will it contribute to the ease of delivery if the modules are delivered monthly, but of course, the teacher can retrieve anytime on agreed time, agreed schedule, so that if those pupils who can go in advanced reading, they can do it. And the delivery is just one time. Kasi di ba doon tayo nahihirapan sa delivery niya, especially to the far flung areas. Yes, ma'am.
I like the idea of the 1 month. Basta matapos lang yung printing. Of course, we will be offering this scheme to our schools. Yung makakaya talaga na magawa in 1 month, sige bigay lang. We will do that. Kung hindi na antayin yung weekly. Hindi na antayin. Kasi yun ang agreement. Yung kasi ang agreement namin nung sa orientation na weekly. Pero with that suggestion of our regional director, so titignan namin kung sino yung makakatapos ng 1 month. Sige lang, bigay. Para the children will be given more time to look on to work.
Okay,
para
so
hindi ma-pressure yung time ng mga bata.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. I have taken time. Unless you have question in my area of concern. Kung wala na, thank you, ma'am, and to all.
O yung mga supervisors, mag-question naman kayo.
Okay, so to be able to
Yes, Sir Brian. Hello.
Okay, so I think Ma'am Telma has something to ask also, Ma'am Hedwig.
Okay.
So Ma'am Telma.
Supervisors.
Okay, sir. Thank you, Sir Brian. Hello, Sir Brian.
Hello, Ma'am Telma. Good morning.
Is our energetic chief of Abra. How are you?
Hello, Ma'am Telma. Okay na, okay na.
Morning.
Proposals
Okay.
na.
Okay.
Yes, Ma'am Telma.
Ma'am,
Ma'am Telma.
yes, ma'am. Okay, first of all, I would like to congratulate you for your comprehensive and informative presentation a while back. Uh, you made mention about the four minima relative to iPad that you were talking about with Ma'am Rose a while ago. Um, I'm sure you're done already with your working orthography, right, ma'am?
Yes, Ma'am
Ma'am,
Telma. Ma'am
uh,
Adele is here also. Ma'am Adele is also here to answer.
yes,
Yes, Ma'am
I just would
Tel.
like to, mm, I just would like to know the status of your four minima. Uh, I'm sure you are already done with your working orthography for the 12 ba yung ano natin dyan, language natin?
12. 12.
Yes, the 12 languages.
Yes,
Done na
ma'am.
kayo sa working orthography. How about our primer, ma'am? Ma'am
Yung
Adele?
primer,
How about
Adele.
it?
Yes, ma'am. Tapos ng primer,
How
ma'am,
is
matagal
our
na.
tapos na rin? Yung
Ma'am, matagal
dictionary
na.
natin?
Tapos na.
Tapos, so, a while back, you were just telling that you are having a review on some of the short story books,
Yeah.
no?
Ma'am, they're
So,
evaluating right now.
you are evaluating right now. If you remember, we released a memo that is Regional Memorandum 152 on the submission of learning resources, and that is supposed to be submitted before September 18. So, may I just remind that can you please forward us the soft copy? Ma'am Lori we are supposed to print it here sa regional office. But according to Ma'am Lori Victor, we are not going to print it, but we are going to forward it to the central office. Parang, siyempre kung sa central office, hindi naman nila i-evaluate yun. Pero marahil tiglan lang yung mga baka yung format, ganun, yung may standards, and then for approval, at saka for final printing. I'm sure that all of us, no, we would like that we are going to submit all of this so that at least for that 12 languages, meron man sanang ma-recognize na official language dito sa Cordillera para hindi naman sayang yung pagod natin. Kaya we are informing Ma'am Lori, sabi namin, we are already done with our soft copy. So, can we forward it to the central office for further evaluation, for finalization before the final printing? At yan ang sabi niya. Kaya kung pwede sana, as early as possible, would you mind to please forward us the soft copy so that we can forward it at the, kasi kailangan we have to prepare for the endorsement first before we are going to forward it at the central office. Madam Adele?
We are getting the soft copies from the different ICCs, ma'am, especially the orthography. I don't know why until now they are not they are not submitting yet. Nawala na yata
So,
mga soft copies nila.
So, paki-follow up ma'am, para hindi sayang naman yung pagod ninyo dyan sa Abra. Please follow it up. Yes, follow it up so that para naman sabi nga ni sir because I try to talk to Sir Teng, sabi niya, sige, I will try to help you kasi friend ko sino ba yung friend natin sa KWA?
The train? Ma'am Tel?
Oo. Yes. Sabi niya tutulong si Sir ARD Teng para kasi doon sa kanila sa Batanes, mabilis lang na-approve na yung ibatan nila. Kaya I wish that at least man lang may isa dalawa sa ating language dito sa Cordillera, may ma-approve naman na one of our official languages.
Yeah,
So,
ma'am. Okay. We will look into this, Ma'am Telma. Yun nga sinasabi ko kay Miss Adele, yung for minima, yung gusto ko din malaman later. Pero I'm aware that we have the 11 or work working
Working
orthographist.
orthography. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. 11 lang. 11 ICCs kasi.
Ay, 11 lang, hindi na 12.
11 lang po.
Pero ma'am, kailangan kasi magkakasama yung yung apat. That is the
Sige po.
minimum
Yung
requirements.
primer, yung primer, yung
primer.
dictionary, at saka
Yes, ma'am.
short
Hindi.
stories.
Yes, our grammar books, yeah.
Grammar.
Yan, importante. Saka yung working natin. Dapat magkakasama yung apat, mama, chief. Yeah, yan yung i-system ninyo sa amin. Kasi pag kulang yung isa, sayang lang yung ano natin. Baka ibabalik ulit sa atin.
Okay. Okay, Ma'am Tel. Noted.
Paki-fast track lang po yan. At least mai-submit man lang na natin ngayon by this month of November. And then one thing, kasi noong November, no. Sa September pa sana yun na isasubmit nila. At least there are some submitted already. Like Benguet, we have Apayao, nag-submit na sila. Yeah.
Halimbawa, Ma'am Tel, sa 11 na ICCs natin, kung may mga nakompleto na ring language, halimbawa na 4 na yung minimum, yes. Pwede nang ibigay? Sige.
Oo, huwag mong antayin pa yung mga iba. Kung may kumpleto na, either 3, 4, or 5, yun na, please forward it to them.
Sige po.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Ma'am Tel. Yun yung work ni Miss Adele.
Oo. Paki-remind lang. Thank you, ma'am. Isa lang, ma'am, Hedwig. May I just also remind this is also a reiteration from our regional memo on the psychosocial support activities conducted 1 week before the opening of classes. Meron tayong memo doon na nagsasabing you are supposed to submit whatever findings, yung summary findings ng psychosocial feedback natin. Of course, gusto rin malaman kasi ni Mama, ni Doktora, at saka yung project development officer natin dito, si Ma'am Evangeline Malag, para kung at least mayroon kaming, gusto natin malaman naman yung mga situation ng ating mga bata if they are affected of this pandemic. Yung situation nila ngayon. Yes, ma'am.
May I inform the SDO kasi ang nag-facilitate dito, but I will inform the one in charge for the psychological materials or resiliency materials natin para i-submit sa iyo yung finding summary. Actually, mayroon naman na silang findings, kaya lang siguro hindi alam kung kanino ibibigay. But I will tell them na ibigay yung summary o ako na rin magsasubmit na later. I will just inform you the one in charge.
Because I heard you, Ma'am, you were telling about the parents' feedback form. And actually, we had also a feedback form for that psychosocial. So, kung meron kayong mga summary doon sa feedback form natin for this PFA, please furnish us a copy or please prepare a summary. And then
I will ask Ma'am. I will ask Ma'am Tel.
Thank you. Ma'am, elementary and secondary yun, ha?
Yes,
that is for elementary and secondary. Thank you, Ma'am Hedwig. Blessed day.
Tayong gustong tanungin from my colleagues here at the regional office. Okay,
supervisors,
so,
magtanong. Supervisors hindi nagtatanong.
I think wala na yata silang gustong tanungin, ma'am.
Iniwan na yata ako.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am. Ako may tanong po ako sa
may tanong si MTBMLE.
Okay, ma'am. Ano po, ma'am? Anyway, nandito pa naman si Ma'am Telma.
Yes, sir. Kasi you mentioned. Yes, sir. Kasi sa regional memo kailangan ng i-evaluate region yung mga SLMs na gagawin sa SDO, sir. ang tanong ko lang po, meron po bang mga pool of sa different languages
Yes,
sa
ma'am.
region, sir? Yung mga 11 languages namin, sir,
Okay, so siguro let us
gagawin
try to
namin
address
na
yes, ma'am. Sige, ma'am Annalyn. Ma'am Rosita, are you there? Kasi siya po ang in-charge, ma'am, ng LRMDC. At saka si Ma'am Telma, anyway, si Ma'am Telma naman po ay nandito. Ma'am Telma, you might want to answer the query of
Para na. As
Ma'am Annalyn
yes, sir.
regarding her concern.
Sir Brian. Hello.
Annalyn, repeat your question, Annalyn.
Hello,
Ma'am
good morning.
Annalyn.
Good morning, Ma'am
Yes,
Telma.
Your question. Regarding the content, of course, we do not have any pool of
Yung
committee here na mag-check doon sa content because, of course, wala kami, we do not know ano ba yung mga iba na yung mga
Yes,
walang
ma'am.
mga taga dito. Of course, when it comes to content, we cannot do the evaluation, no? Pero yung mga sa format, yung mga LR sa standards, yan lang ang pwede naming ano. Kaya pwede namang yan ang chichik lang dito sa LR except for the content because we are not expert when it comes to the content, Ma'am Atmosfera.
Okay po, ma'am. Kasi during the first quarter, meron po kasi kaming mga district evaluators sa mga different ICCs to evaluate the content. And then, after the district evaluation, punta na sila sa division LR for the social content and all the format. Ngayon, hindi na sila pupunta sa division, ma'am. Magdidirect na po kami sa region.
Yeah.
Yan pa rin sa division, ma'am, yan. Of course, yan pa rin man sa division.
Yeah. Yun din ang problem ko, Ma'am Telma and the rest of the regional office. So if that will be the case na magbibigay namin, that will take time. Don't we have also pool of evaluators in terms of LR standards na na-train at the division office at the division level, na na-train din ng region para sila na ang mag-check? Ronald, are you there?
Actually, we have national evaluators also, ma'am.
Okay. Sa bagay, ma'am, sabi rin dito sa when it comes to the mother tongue, we are sure that in your own, even in your own school, sa district, sa division, meron na kayong pool of evaluators doon.
Yes,
And
yes,
I'm sure we for elders, yung mga elders natin, included na sila. Pero for, yan ngayong sa format lang, mga standard na dapat lang tignan ng LR, yan lang ang titignan namin dito sa regional office. Pero when it comes to contents, wala na kami doon because you are more expert than us here. Wala kaming mga IPs dito sa different ICCs. So, kung meron kayong national evaluators doon sa LR ninyo sa regional office, okay lang rin.
Okay lang.
Ronald, will you Ronald Marquez,
Yes, ma'am.
will you
Yes,
kasi
ma'am.
yung kasi ang mangyayari na pupunta din dadalhin daw sa region. Please
Ay, Ma'am
comment.
Telma. Ma'am Telma, good afternoon.
Yes, sir.
This is Sir Ronald Marquez. Relevant to the query of Ma'am Annalyn, since we have our national trained evaluators here, and we have, I think we have also the same lens that that the regional office is using, particularly the pool of evaluators in relation to the different evaluation tools, orientation, and experience. Shall we have na lang the division evaluation, then we will just give you the report for your notification, and we'll just be submitting you the summary of the findings per modules, particularly
Mm.
for MTBM MLE modules.
Uh, yes, noted, Sir Ronald. Ano ko lang
Ma'am Telma, may I
Rosita, no?
comment?
Kasi meron yung LR natin kung ano rin ang masasabi ni Ma'am Rosita being our LR manager. Ma'am Rose, are you around?
Ma'am Telma, may I comment? Ako na lang magko-comment, Ma'am Telma.
Sige, Sir Brian.
Sir Ronald, yes, we acknowledge that. Yung kailangan na ma-quality assure ng division office. But for the purpose kasi yung na-present po kasi kanina, yung Regional Memorandum 354, siguro kahit na quality assured po sa division level, ay kailangan pa rin natin i-forward sa regional office for formality na itong ibibigay po natin na module sa mga bata ay talagang nag-undergo din ng quality assurance kahit pa paano sa regional office in terms of the criteria na na-mention po ni Ma'am Telma.
Okay, sir. So anyway, we are submitting monthly report on evaluation like locally made self-learning modules, worksheets, and workbooks to the regional office. After the evaluation in the division level, we can also include these locally developed modules in the submission for further quality assurance.
Yes, sir. Para at least we can comply with the provisions of the newly released RM 354 series 2020.
Yes, sir. Thank you. That's acknowledged po, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes.
Any more queries and any more questions from my colleagues? And pag meron po tayong tanong po from our counterpart from the SDO Abra, meron pa po ba? Ma'am Hedwig, parang wala na po. Parang wala na po yata.
Oo, parang ano na. All things have been said.
Yes, ma'am. So pag wala na po, I think we can already end with our kumustahan, and we have in behalf of our curriculum and learning management division, we would like to say thank you to SDO Abra, especially to the curriculum implementation division, headed of course by our very energetic Ma'am Hedwig Belmes. And let us try to end this kumustahan with a closing prayer. May I lead the prayer? Let us pray. The Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. As we close this meeting, Lord, we want to give honor to you. Thank you, God, for the time we had today to discuss issues and make decisions for all learners, teaching, and non-teaching personnel in DepEd EdCar, most especially also in SDO Abra. May you bless each person who took the time to gather here today, and let your hand of protection to be on us throughout this day and the rest of the week. Let the work done here today come to fruition, and let it all be for your glory. Help each one of us to do our parts to bring the class to Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Ma'am Hedwig, thank you so much, and to all EPS of SDO Abra, thank you so much. And
Thank you
good
also, Brian. Thank you. Hope to see you soon.
Thank you, ma'am. God bless po. Yes po, ma'am. Yes po, ma'am. Please do not forget pala to sign in the attendance link po or attendance sheet. Thank you po.
Naka-attendance yung iba, naka-attendance. Paki-check mo, Brian, kung sino yung hindi nakapag-attendance. Pero I'm aware na nag-andito sila.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am Elizabeth, kay ni C, kung hindi, sino pa po yung mga hindi naka-attendance po sa atin? Can you give us feedback? Okay, so ito po yung mga nakapag-attendance po. Okay, so ibig pong sabihin yung wala po dito ay hindi pa po nakapag-attendance po. Okay.
Ilan lang ang nakapag-attendance, Ben?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 po, ma'am, from SDO Abra.
Wala si kulang. One, two.
Ito lang po ma'am ang kwan nakapag-attendance ma'am. Wawalo lang.
Wala si Jun
Si Sir
Agoyo.
Jun
Wala
ma'am,
si
hindi pa
Ronald.
nakapag-attendance. Naka-attendance na po siya.
Number one ako, number one.
Jun
Number one ako.
Agoyos. Ronald
Ongoing po, ma'am.
Marquez.
Sir Rodel. Ay, ada. Sir Rodel.
Dani Rodel. Ni Jun Agoyos and ni Ronald
Sige,
Marquez.
sir.
Ni Sir Dowe.
Marlene Abawag.
Thank you.
Si Sir Dowe pa yung mga ma'am.
Season number 2.
Ay, ada.
Sige na, Kwada.
Okay, ganun ma'am. Thank you so much. God bless all.
Hamon to nga. Hamon ikan soda ti cake.
Okay po. Thank you so much.
May matatid ka? Ha?
Paliwanag ka naman, hindi pupunta yung test na sa bahay. I-monitor niya yung test takers natin through
Ano, mag-ang-isip.
cellphone.
Nakakuha mo?
Through cellphone or through email. So,
Naganagat pa ni Marlene. Nagtuloy. Ito Marlene, natapawag latan. Hindi ka mo.
Next, we have the school ICT coordinator. Assist the testing facilitators during the administration of the home-based online chat. Then we also have the monitors from the SDO, SMD, headed by